Hello and welcome back to my studio. My name is Blanca and I'm the owner with Furniture with Imagination. I'm going to be doing something really interesting. The subject today is actually what do you do with items that you find at garage sales that you feel like, oh my goodness, this has potential, but I don't know if I actually would hang like this in my walls. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to convert anything into something that you would love to have around your house, okay? So I found these two gorgeous little frames with this artwork, and the artwork is around 100 years old. It's actually really nice, and I really love both subjects. So I was thinking to put either on a hutch that I have or around my kitchen, and actually really love the artwork. It's like really beautiful antique. So what I thought to do with this, I found actually each one, it says $2 here, but honestly they gave them to me for $1 each. And this is like solid wood. So what we're going to be doing today is that we're going to be doing a technique with cracked patina for the frame. So I have my cracked patina here. We're going to be using one-step paint on Bauhaus buff. And then we're going to probably be doing something fun on top of that as well, okay? So the first step would be to just remove the artwork from there, which I'm going to do. Is very simple. And then we're going to actually just very lightly sand it. I just want to actually take off any sheen, any top coat that it has, wax or whatever. So we're going to be sanding it down, then we're going to be cleaning it with clean slate, and then we're going to be ready to apply the cracked patina, okay? Nothing between the cracked patina and the frame. All right. So please tag 3 friends today. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a very small, short project, but it's going to give you some ideas on what to do with items you find in garage sales, okay? So also tell me from where you're watching, ask me questions, leave your comments. I really appreciate it because that makes me actually do better things for you. Let me know what you want to hear, what you want to see. And yeah, let's enjoy today's project, okay? So I'm going to do a close-up to remove this thing, and we're going to get going.
The first step is to remove the artwork, and these frames have these tiny little nails, and I'm just gonna pull them out. I'm not gonna pull out all of them, just probably a couple of sides so I can slide the artwork without damaging it. So I'm gonna take the bottom part and that one right there, and then I'm gonna attempt to take it out, and that's gonna be so simple. The next step would be to sand, and I'm just gonna scuff sand. I'm not gonna remove the entirety of it, the stain, but just the top coat, so the cracked patina has something to stick on. So I am sanding with, this is actually 150, and I'm not going too hard, but just ensuring that I cover everything. And that's it. It's very much just scuff sanding and throughout the entire thing. And then we're going to be ready for our next step. The next step is to apply cracked patina now that is scuff sanded. So the cracked patina has something to grab on. And I did not put the cracked patina 100%. I put about 20% water because I don't want the cracks to be too big and too much. So I put 20% water. So I'm just brushing my cracked patina, ensuring that I cover every surface. And yeah, it's ensuring that it's not a very thick coat, and that's pretty much all. We're gonna let it dry after this for about a couple of hours just to make sure that it's fully dry before we are gonna start applying our one-step paint. There you go. Okay, so the cracked patina is now drying. We're gonna be applying our paint, the one-step paint on Bauhaus buff. So it looks shiny, but that is actually the way it dries. And we're gonna start applying Bauhaus buff on top of it. So it's kind of tricky because you cannot like do it too much because it creates what is called a double process, means the paint starts lifting off. So you're gonna have to try to do it quick and then just brush as fast as you can, basically, so it doesn't create the double process. There you go. So we're gonna be doing all the 4 sides, taking enough paint at a time, and brushing with the good grain. And that's basically how it's gonna go. I'm just gonna have to go back and do the little corners a little bit because it's kind of hard to go in the corners without pulling the paint because it starts like cracking very fast. I don't know if you can see it there. It's kind of hard because it's white, but I already see the cracks coming out. So I'm gonna go back and then just get the little corners afterwards. But once it's done, we're gonna let it dry, and I think I'm gonna be doing another coat of cracked patina, and then I'm gonna put a darker color, probably a linen, on top of this because I want it a little bit creamy. Okay, now that the one step is done, I'm gonna put another coat of cracked patina because I decided to put another paint that is gonna be a little bit darker and it's linen. So we're doing exactly the same process. Apply another coat of cracked patina throughout the entire frame. Very light, not too thick. Make sure you cover every surface. And I'm applying this time the cracked patina like straight. I did not put any water on it to dilute it. So yeah, I'm doing that. So I'm gonna let it dry again for about an hour and a half, and then we're ready to put our next coat of paint, which is going to be in the color linen. And there you go. Time to apply our next color, which is going to be linen. After the cracked patina has dried, and I just want to make sure that I have enough paint because I don't want to actually go back and get more, because every time you drag the brush too many times, it actually leaves the paint off, and I don't want that. Okay, so I'm ensuring that I have enough paint on the brush, and then I don't go too many times on top of the paint that I already had applied. But I'm loving this color. It's definitely very pleased. It's more on the tones that I was looking for. So we're going to be doing all the sides, making sure I cover everything. And this is like already cracked below, so it's going to be giving a really beautiful texture to this frame. And obviously it's going to give really nice crack on top of already some cracks, so the texture is going to be just gorgeous. So trying to cover every corner, every place, and it doesn't have to be perfect because what I'm trying to the look I'm looking for is something that is actually vintage, kind of oldish, something that is been cracking, so it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. Okay, so I think I got it there. I'm just gonna get the little corners, make sure I go back and get more paint from my little corners, but other than that, I think we have it there. I'm just gonna let it dry now, again about 20 minutes, half an hour. It depends on the temperature of your room. You can also do a blow dryer or heat gun to heat it and accelerate the process, but I think I have it there. Okay, so I love the texture that came out, but because of the color and hues of the artwork, they're kind of like pink pastel. I decided to do a wash on top of the crackle, and I did a mixture of Capri sand, which is a pink, with Venetian brown. I mixed both of them as equal amounts, and I doubled the amount of water. And I'm just brushing this paint wash on top of it, so it goes inside the crackle and all the cracks and crannies, and very simple, so it kind of take on the little pink color. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take the excess off with paper towel, let it dry, and then we're going to be ready for our last step, which is going to be waxes, light wax and dark wax. There you go. So the last step is to actually do the light wax and dark wax. You want to cover your milk paint. So take it from your pot and upload it in a little cardboard or something, and then start applying it to your piece. Go very lightly, don't put too much, don't take it in excess, and then just make sure that you cover the entire piece. Take as much as you need, but offload it every time. Don't put it in excess. So I'm just taking here, make sure that I cover the sides, and making sure that I have everything covered, but it should be like enough. Now we're going to be doing the dark wax. Okay, the last step is the dark wax. So load it on your brush, offload it on a cardboard, and don't do it everywhere. Start in the little corners, the places where the piece may have been worn out the most. And then once the brush has almost nothing, you can go on top of the rest of the piece very, very lightly. And that's all. We're gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna be ready for our final reveal. And that is our final piece. I really enjoyed working on this project. It was really nice. Garage sale find. Look at those cracks with that pink hue and the linen peeking through. I really love it. Looks worn out, old, and with that artwork, really matches. The other one, I didn't do the pink wash. I just did it with linen and Bauhaus buff, and of course dark wax and light wax. And I really look how it came out. The texture is fantastic. So you can also do it. It's very simple. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching.